Good day, gamers. Purple Mentat here, bringing you another vlog. Got my cool creeper hat on. Not sure if you can see that. Trying to show it to you. Anyway, so I got a few things that I'd like to talk to you about. First and foremost, the Patreon server on Direwolf 20 does appear essentially dead. As such, we are doing our best to get up Industrial Arcanum up as quickly as possible. We might need to make some small compromises to make that happen. However, you can expect a reset in the very near future. If you would like to join us on the Patreon server with this not yet seen by the public mod pack, you'll be joining the beta test server as soon as it goes live. Then feel free to sign up with the Patreon, and in March you'll be able to join us. Or you can send me a tip through either YouTube creator support, which there's a link on my homepage too, on my YouTube homepage, or a stream tip, and you'll find links to all of those in the down below. Industrial Arcanum is a Magitech focused pack. It's going to be a good time, and I'm going to be doing a series on it. You will see me on the server frequently. I may even recruit some of you to be, you know, grunt work. But I'm going to want to mostly do things my own way and not get a giant head start, as I'm aware that some of you viewers from the last time that I was on a Patreon server have a lot more free time to just play than I do, because recording and editing actually takes up a lot more time than I expected. And you end up way ahead of where I could possibly be. I've had people in a couple of days that want to come over and drop like Thalmic Tinker or Kami items on me because, hey, you should get a head start. No, I don't want that kind of head start. I don't want that kind of help. But I hope that we can get together and do some community projects on the server, and it'll be a good time. I am putting out the call for anyone who has a cool base they want to show off on the current Patreon server to get a hold of me, and let's do some base tours of that place. I tried to do that on the last server, but it was right during my I'm going to hide in bed and pull the covers over my head for 2 months phase of the year. So that didn't work out so great. Let's talk about what's going on with the channel. I have been under the weather, and I have been attempting to get some stuff done, but it's slowed process down significantly. As such, Blastoff will not be launching at the time planned tomorrow on Monday. Instead, we are going to be doing some lighter content. Darkest Dungeon, Forgecraft, whatever else happens to catch my eye, maybe a game audition in there, while I work on getting a good backlog of Blastoff. That pack is something else. I'm having a good time with it. It's very challenging. I'm going to need to do a ton of grinding. So, I mean, Galgadorian Metal. If you've played it, you know what I mean. Am I right? Even Britannia, with the latest changes, has some pretty serious recipe material requirements. I'm going to need to think outside the box on this one. It's almost like someone took the Greg Tech 1.3, I think it was, mindset, where Greg just decided, I'm going to go into all of the mods and make all of them harder because I think this is the way Minecraft should be balanced. Someone's effectively done that for Blastoff, except with Mind Tweaker and Galgadorian Metal. Like, everything requires Galgadorian Metal. Making a basic mechanism machine that's Galgadorian Metal and atomic alloy and blocks of osmium just to make the steel case. It's intense. This pack is probably going to be grindier and more challenging than Agrarian Skies ever was. So I'm going to have to come up with some creative ways around that, because I know that it has defeated a few people that have made an attempt, and I'm going to see the stars. You hear me? I want to go to Mercury, and I want to go to Venus, and it's going to be fun. I just need to, you know, get a little better and dive right into it. And right now, even recording this long, I can feel the tickle building in my throat, and I'm probably going to cough or sneeze or something soon. I don't know what it is. Some sort of lingering head cold that won't go away that I picked up a few days ago and should be over by now. Hopefully, I'll be better by the end of the week. Lots of fluids, lots of tea. Yay. All right. Let's talk about a couple of things that I would like to cover. Therapy, there's no real news. There's an appointment in a couple of weeks. I'll let you know when I know more. Let's talk about what you guys can do to support your favorite YouTuber. Because this is something that has been bouncing around in my head for a while and kind of bothers me a bit. Because I go to my YouTube analytics and I see that there are thousands and thousands of views coming in, but I'm only actually getting like advertising credit for a quarter of those. And I feel like this is a two-way relationship. I put out content and you guys support me in creating that content. That only works if both ways keep flowing. And I admit, I have dropped the ball on my end of things. I'm not trying to accuse the audience here of anything. This is coming out more harsh than I really want it to, but I go and I take a look at like my analytics here and I see a day with, 10,000 views, but only 2,000 monetized. Now, there's three things that cause that. One, old mobile platforms, like feature phones and smartphones before iOS 6 and Apple TV. Those don't have ads on them. If those are where you choose to watch my content, I will not argue with you. That's fine. Just know that when you do so, you are not supporting any YouTuber when you do. I believe that YouTube still manages to collect their buck out of it if you get served an ad on one of those platforms, but any of the people actually making the videos you're watching get nothing. The second place for it is AdBlock. If you use AdBlock, whitelist YouTube. I'm pretty sure that's a fairly small percentage of this, but even if it's 10 to 20% of the people that watch and don't get an ad are using AdBlock, that's you people are intentionally choosing to consume the content that other people are making without even giving them the like 1/100th of a penny that watching the advertisement will do. And it might not seem like your one contribution does it, but the problem is when there's, like 2,000 of you doing it, and a fifth of the views on the video are getting ad blocked. That becomes the issue. And then the third thing, the absolute biggest thing that you can actively do is not click that skip ad button as soon as it becomes available. Just wait a little bit. Don't watch an entire 5-minute advertisement to watch one of someone's videos, because no one expects that. But if you wait even just a little while, if you get like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute into the video, then it counts as an advertising. It counts as an advertising impression. It counts as a monetized playback, and you help us at the expense of just a little bit of your time. I'm not saying that you're going to find anything useful on those advertisings. I'm not saying you need to click on the advertisement. I'm not saying you need to go buy anything from the advertisement. But it's an easy way for someone that doesn't have the money to send in actual tips to support their favorite YouTubers, is simply by going through and watching the ad and waiting for that progress bar to hit 45 seconds, 60 seconds, a minute 15 before they click skip ad. And that helps a lot. It adds up. I mean, the difference in views to estimated monetized playbacks in my best video in the past week is literally 4 times. Actually, no. Close to 5 times. It's about 4.5, really. So what that says to me is that on that day, on the 4th, I could have made 4.5 times more money than I did from advertising if everyone had actually just taken an extra 30 seconds to watch the video, to watch the advertisement on whatever platform that they had available to them. Now, it's not going to be perfect. I'm never going to get 100% of my views as monetized views. That's not reasonable, and I do not expect it. But I did want to tell you guys about the things that you can do to help me in a way that doesn't cost you any money. Now, there are going to be people inside of that non-monetized view window, which is, about 7,200 people large. But there's going to be people within that non-monetized view window who are going to already be supporting me, either via YouTube creator support program or via Patreon or via StreamTip. And to those people I say, thank you very much. If you give even a single dollar once a month, you are going to be sending me more money than I will ever get from your advertising. Even if you send it through YouTube and they take their cut, you will still be giving me more money than you will ever be sending through advertising. So that is absolutely a fantastic option that I totally approve of. If you can spare a single dollar from your wallet every month, in fact, if I could get a single dollar from the wallets of my viewers, of all of my viewers, just once a month from each of them, then I would be making more money doing this job, this YouTube media, new media personality. I don't understand what the terms I'm supposed to use are, but this weird thing that I've started doing with you folks, I would be making more money from that than any job I have ever held in my life. Now, admittedly, I have a high school degree and I've mostly worked retail, but still, the point is that the advertising isn't worth a whole lot, but it's most of what I got, and if you can help support that, it doesn't cost you any money, and it only costs you a tiny bit of time. And I would really appreciate it if you could try to make your views count for advertising. Don't skip past all of the ads, don't ad block. You're only hurting the people that are trying to bring you the content that you want to watch. And that applies to all of the YouTubers out there, not just me. Any video you watch on YouTube, if it's ad blocked, then the person who is making that video gets nothing from your viewership. Except, well, I mean, there's an argument that they could get a little bit of search engine optimization, and the more a video gets viewed, the more it gets promoted, and you can comment and like, and that helps bump it up there, but the bottom line is that you are not directly supporting their bottom line. Repetition, not a good thing. You're not helping them pay their bills. Which, I mean, and I know there's people out there who believe that all content everywhere should be free, and information is free, and everything should be free, and we should all live in a utopia where no one ever has to worry about money for anything. But, I mean, I like food, not like, you know, the overeating that I've obviously done in my past. I mean, I like to not starve, and I like to pay my bills, and electric and internet are kind of essential for me, and rent are kind of essential for me to be able to continue making this. And there are expenses that go into... Anyway, I'm ranting now. Anyway, point being, those are some ideas for how you can help support your favorite YouTuber that aren't going to cost you any money. And if you do happen to have a buck to throw your favorite YouTuber, they're going to get more out of that dollar than they're ever going to get out of your advertising for that month. So thanks for listening to me rant about that. Let's move on before I keep going in circles. Akliz Hosting. Really awesome company that I am partnered with. They provide sponsorship for the Purple Patron server. Fantastic people, have worked very hard for myself and for the other affiliates that I have recommended their way. However, apparently, this audience is not very big on renting servers. So what Akliz has done is they're trying to send some incentives. You will find in the links below my link to Akliz, my affiliate link, and coupon codes that you can get a discount on your first month, first 3 months, first 6 months with Akliz, I believe. I'm not 100% certain. All of the details are down below. All of the coupon codes are down below. Go check the description. If you're looking for a Minecraft server, I highly, highly, highly recommend these guys. I have been with 5 different server hosts over time, and I'm not going to name any names. Akliz has been the absolute best to me so far in terms of performance and responsiveness, and I just love their service. I will get a kickback if you use the affiliate link or the coupon code below. So if you're planning on renting a Minecraft server anyway, and you want to help support me in some way, and you want a small discount on a really good service, check below. Now, Akliz service is a premium service. They cost a little bit more than the other guys, but don't focus on the amount of RAM. This is something that a lot of hosting companies, they kind of throw giant piles of RAM at a server because, oh, more numbers mean better performance, except they really don't. It doesn't matter if you have 6 gigs or 128 gigs of RAM, your server will perform the same unless you have thousands of players on it. What matters is the processor. Minecraft bottlenecks on processors, and Acklys uses really fantastic processors and will even move you to a better rig if your system is overtaxing the processor that it's on. So go to Acklys, work with them, trust what they tell you their servers can handle, and talk to their customer service. The people there are fantastic. I've spoken personally with a number of them. They will take care of you. Links in the down below. All right, let's do the Ask FM question of the week. The one that, well, not the week, of the video. I have no idea how often I'm do vlogs anymore. I don't even remember when I did the last one. The one that made me think the most, and let me see if I can get it pulled up here, is this here. So, other than games, what are some of the things that make you happy? And I gave kind of a glib answer on Ask.fm, but I want to talk about it in more detail here. ApolloCat, books, movies that make me think, shopping, cooking, naps, date night, stuffies. I don't have one nearby. Here, I've got a little ghostery. He's like a stuffy because he's squishy. Where was I? Having a clean apartment and office, friends, conversations with those friends, sharing passions with those friends, drinking with friends. I like a very wide variety of things, and that got me thinking between when I answered it on Ask.fm and now. I really think that a lot of gamers focus very hard on my core identity is I am a gamer. And I play games with my free time, and I am hardcore, and I will spend 60 hours a week playing video games, and yeah. I think you're limiting yourself if you're that guy. Why? Because you don't have context. If you don't listen to music outside of video games, if you don't explore film, if you don't read, if you don't go and have a social life and talk to people, if you don't do all of those things that give you a wide breadth of experience, then your very narrow focus is not going to be able to best enjoy games. You're not going to get the most out of them if you don't understand some of the storytelling techniques that go into them, some of the references, and some of, like, even just playing board games and card games shows you where some of these mechanics that we're so used to now were inspired from. So I think it's very important that everyone have a large breadth of experience. Try out new things. Do lots of strange stuff. I enjoy games a lot more now than I did 10 years ago. And 10 years ago, I was that guy. I come home and I play games until it is time to go to bed. And then I wake up and I go to work and I come home and I play games. And other than that, I did the minimum to make my life function, you know? I didn't bother having a social life outside of gaming because I didn't feel like I needed one. I played games with all of my friends. All of my friends were gamers. I didn't bother going to movies because I felt like I got all the storytelling experiences I needed from games. I got to a point where I stopped reading because I was getting most of my reading done in games, in role-playing games and such. So I never bothered I stopped picking up novels. And I stopped enjoying things as much. It became a grind, it all became samey, and I lost that extra context to really enjoy the full texture of my gaming experiences. So go out there, meet new people, do new things, have fun away from the video games, because it makes your gaming better, not because gaming is any less than those things. Hope you've enjoyed this little vlog and my rants about a number of things. Blast off, starting, if there is any luck in my life, by next Saturday. Between now and then, you'll see a lot of Darkest Dungeon and Forgecraft and other random stuff. Thanks for joining me, folks. See you next time.